So let's take a look at how you can use the main calendar in Sonas. So I'm going to navigate down to calendar. And just like most pages in Sonas, you have a good bit of filters here at the top. So if it's multi-venue company, you can see your venues, you can select all, you can choose which venue you want to see. And as you set up your filters, if you have it in a way that you prefer, you can then go actions, save filters. And that way, anytime you go to your calendar, those filters will be preset for you. So your venue, display mode. Scheduled shows you the scheduled appointments. You can flip over to available and see your available appointments, what you've defined in your venue calendar availability. So meeting slots that you have, show around slots, etc. You can show certain things or not. So if you only want to see events or you only want to see item delivery, show rounds, whatever, you can drill down to what you want to see. Or you can drill down to appointments that are been assigned to a particular staff member. And then we have event types. So if you want to see specific event types, status, and custom calendars. Custom calendars are added in the company section. So company, calendar. And here's where you can add subscriptions. So right now I have the UK holidays added. But if you are in Australia, you can pop this off and enter the Google Calendar ID for the Australian calendar. And if you check out the help article, which I've put in the description of this video, I do have the calendar IDs there for many of the countries that Sonas serves. And you can put in the colors. So any other Google Calendar IDs or subscriptions that you have, you can add here. They will be viewable by the company as a whole. So keep that in mind. You don't want to pop in your kid's school calendar or whatnot. Okay, going back up to the calendar here. So you can turn off that. So here we have the holidays in yellow. I can turn that off and those holidays pop off. I can teleport to a certain date. I can also change my view mode. So extended mode, so it opens it up a little bit more. So I see everything listed versus when it's collapsed, like it says plus 2 more. Extend, I see those 2 more. Month, week, day. So if I want to see it by the week, by the day, however you prefer. And you can go to today, the month. So if you're, in 27, but you want to return to today, hit today and it takes you right back to where today falls on your view. And you can scroll forward, December, January, etc. Now you control the color coding. So either for holidays under company calendar, which we were just at, but the color of food events, tastings, show rounds, all of that are controlled under your venue general. And then you can control venue colors. So the venue color for Holly Hotels is magenta, but you could override the venue color by having event type colors. So maybe Christmas parties are red, weddings are pink, baby showers blue. Or you can also override that even by areas. So if you have multiple events in one day at the same venue, maybe the orangery is orange and the marquee is blue. So you can see your events by their location on site. So you just want to decide what color is the priority. And then we have a way to export the calendar. So you can export your public calendar, which is like your events calendar, or you can export your private calendar, which is going to be appointments. Most people export both. When you export the calendar, you can do it by venue, and it's going to produce a URL to subscribe. You're going to copy this and paste this into your device calendar, your Google Workspace calendar, your Outlook calendar, whatever. So you can have access to your Sonas calendar externally. And that's kind of a read-only mode where you're going to be able to see when you have appointments and events. But please note, the customers' names will not come across. So you'll know you have a blessing on the 22nd. You won't see on your external device that it's Selena Rivera. And that's because we don't know where you are exporting this calendar information to. So we need to protect customer data. And it's on only one way. So you won't be able to update things from your phone calendar and have it come into here. So it just is a way where you can see that calendar without having to log into Sonas. Now, a few other things you can manage in your calendar. You can go to create calendar event and you can add any of these types of calendar events. These are not related to your events. Okay, so it's not a paying customer, things that maybe things that you just want to add on to the calendar so your staff or team can see. You can assign colors to these as well. So if you're subscribed to your national holiday, but you need to put on a local holiday, you can pop that in here. Which venue, all day, yes or no, the name, start time. Now this type, you kind of override that with the title. So if there's something you want to add on here, like we have internal meeting, but you want to add something else like, I don't know, a Chamber of Commerce visit day or something. You can choose something like internal meeting and then the title can be really clear as to what that is. So that way you can add things on. You can also add on open days here. And open days has its own workflow, so I highly suggest you check that out in our help articles or an upcoming video. And then those will pop into your calendar. And this is how we manage this. So you're going to see anything with dates from date on hold through confirmed, so based on the event status, but of course canceled or inquiries with desired dates we're not going to put on to the calendar. If you don't see something, make sure you have your filters opened up and be sure to export public and or private to your personal device or your laptop or whatever so you can see your calendar. Once you export, give it a good 24 hours to fully update, but then you should expect updates within 20 minutes. And that is your main centralized calendar. One other thing I'll say before saying goodbye is that for the venues, if you have company level permissions, you can expect to see all of the venue information. But if you only have access to, say, Holly Hotel or Hotel Holly, excuse me, you won't be able to see the calendar access for Longman Hotel. So you'll see what you have access to. So that is tied in to your permissions.